So obviously this is not our Model Y, this is a loaner Model X. We have lost our vehicle again to service for the next 10 days. I have a lot of thoughts, I've got a lot of emotions, so let's talk through them. So getting my Model Y looked at for a fairly simple issue that turned into a very serious condition absolutely drives me nuts. But under the advisement of some folks there at the Tesla Service Center in Indianapolis, someone that has been at Tesla for a number of years, we are actually fairly lucky to be able to find the leak when we did so that it wouldn't cause any low voltage issues. So essentially, spoiler alert, we had a little bit of a leak issue. We were given this loaner, which is the Model X Performance, Ludicrous Plus, all the bells and whistles, which we can obviously get into later. But as the vehicle is set idle over the weekend at a very highly reviewed body shop on the north side, which I probably have more details about than I actually need because I use a third-party app that gives me more access to things outside of the default Tesla app. In fact, I'm not getting paid for this endorsement, but for those of you that don't know, the Tessie app, that's Tessie, which I'll link down below for a free month if you'd like to try it, is slowly becoming my go-to Tesla app that continues to pay for itself each month. For those that have never stumbled upon the Tessie app, it actually is a subscription-based app that gives you some additional functionality like Apple Watch unlocking and recommendations for efficiency, even different charging situations that might be able to save you money. So in this case, it is also documenting idle times and locations, so I know exactly where my Model Y is, when it changes locations, also when the doors are unlocked. So I've actually got more data for when it's in service than the default Tesla app provides, which is pretty cool. So how in the world did we get here? Well, about a week ago, I had taken the cargo cover out of the Model Y. It's the first time that I had done that, and I noticed a large water stain on the left-hand side. I tried to clean it, obviously didn't work, and I got concerned that maybe I had a water leak coming through the top hatch. So I documented it through the Tesla app. Into the Indianapolis Service Center I go for an early morning drop-off. I have outlined my experience with them. Absolutely fantastic each and every time. I immediately got a response, $0 estimate. Everything would be covered under warranty, but it did look like they would do some sort of water leak test, and they would replace the cover, obviously under warranty if they couldn't get it cleaned, but the water leak test could take some time. Now, drop-off was quick. I was told that it would probably take a day or even two to find the leak, which is when I was presented this loaner Model X. We'll get to all of that shortly. Everything was smooth sailing from that moment forward. I left the dealership, I headed home, where I immediately got a phone call from the Tesla dealership saying, come on back. The leak test will not take as long. In fact, at the spot that the leak may be occurring, it should only take a few hours and you'll be on your way. I was excited. I returned the Model X loaner. I came back into the service center and sat patiently. And this is where things start to take a little bit of a turn. A service advisor approached me and said, you know, they've started the water leak test. Everything looked good at the location. And although they aren't seeing any leaks in the location to cause the water spots on my cargo cover, they did find a sealant crack or leak where the tail light and license plate lip meet up with the molding of the lift gate. It was a little complicated for me to understand. They did say that this wouldn't be an easy fix, and they've almost seen at least 3 Model Ys come in from Austin in the Indianapolis location where this is happening. So that estimate that they gave me, that it would take about 10 days, they'd have to send the vehicle off to a trusted, vetted, licensed body shop for repair, since the casting would actually have to be repaired and then be paint matched to that pearl white. The timeline gets real tricky here. You know, my immediate reaction was that, is this something I could wait for? We did have a road trip kind of scheduled 15 days out, and that advisor just said, no, do not wait. This slow leak could actually get into the electrical system and cause all sorts of low voltage issues. So a moderate issue could easily turn into a severe issue in a hurry. So they'd be happy to issue the loaner again. I'd have it for the duration of the extended stay. I haven't even gotten my license plates registered for the new vehicle. I haven't even made my first payment on the vehicle, but here we are. I've left my car behind for 10 days with an issue I wasn't even aware of. I love our Model Y, and the brief interactions I've had with at least this Model X loaner has made me miss it even more. Although I know I'm extremely lucky to receive a loaner vehicle for that long. Our Indy location just continues to go above and beyond, but this isn't my car. And there are lots of things that are different and lots of things I like, and there are tons of stuff that I don't like. And I know that will be an unpopular opinion for those of you that have a Model X or have had an opportunity to drive a Model X. It's different. But as I mentioned in other videos, I trust the Indianapolis Service Center to always do the right thing. I know everything will go smoothly, at least until they prove otherwise, but I am in a waiting game. We hopefully will have our Model Y back very soon, and I will be happy to report on how that experience went. I also might be doing a review video over this Model X Performance Ludicrous mode. I have thoughts. Again, they're not all positive, and this is a loaner and has probably been on the road for a few years, so it has its own creaks and little nuances that might not be present in the brand new Model X's, which I understand, but it might be interesting just to do a 5-day, 7-day review of having a loaner like the Model X. So appreciate everybody tuning in. Thanks again. As always, like and subscribe. Lots more content coming your way on the Small Indiana channel.